Hey, you guys. So I wanted to get right to this. Um, so in the description box, I included a video by Ascending Angel 1111 because she actually was the leading dialogue to uh, what I received. And then I just kind of, she's my homegirl. So we were piggybacking on a conversation, and this is kind of like what it leads to. So it's very important to see this. So I have this is from my Beacons of Light group on uh, Facebook, where I was basically saying that the huge channel message I received, I believe we're being called to another awakening experience, just like 9/11 and 2012. This COVID-19 pandemic narrative is to merge all timelines into one. Keep in mind that a Russian Soviet diplomat said that it takes 20 years to demoralize a country. So I believe that this 19 is a sign of, one more year to go. So I says I do believe what's happening in Italy. However, I don't believe what's happening in the U.S. is logical, because everyone's getting toilet paper and flipping out, whereas the people in Italy are. There's a car accident in front of me. Anyways, so there's a lot of things we should look at. Um, so her description, her video is about the Da Vinci Code and the Last Supper, and she and I were ping ponging back and forth about what the heck does her vision mean. And then this coronavirus outbreak kind of came out of nowhere. So she and I were kind of like ping ponging about what do the two have to do with each other. So in the headlining news, Tom Hanks he came up in the media about having coronavirus, and that's when she and I both were like, "Wait a minute, Da Vinci Code." So Leonardo da Vinci is from Italy. His last name is the town he was from, because his father, he didn't have the last name of his father. So you would, in that part of town, you would take the name of the town you were born in. So I was watching a documentary yesterday, and it was showing how the painting of the Last Supper had music notes, and it played a certain frequency. And so the frequency, I'm not sure why or how, but all in all, this morning I woke up with an orb or a light refragment that showed me the Holy Grail. I believe it came from uh, playing that frequency last night in my home. So there's a ties to the different timelines. If you reference the Titanic, it's almost like the last huge uh, global situation that we can think of. And that has a correlation with the 144,000. I believe it was an agenda to get rid of the elite, but it failed. It backfired. So this coronavirus is kind of like a third round to rid of the darkness in the world. But I also thought about the name Corona, which is sun, right? And then you have Jesus, which is the light of the sun. You have virus, which is a virus would need antibodies to mutate and to thrive, right? So I was like, oh, anti. And then light of the sun, Christ. Because Corona, you have to melanate your mind in order to stay in the Christ oil, the sacred secretion, right? So virus would be antibodies that would try to destroy that Christ oil within the body. So I do believe that there is some logic to this conspiracy theory virus. So this is a sign saying that the Antichrist and the return of the King is near. So here I have posted the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks, and then below here is the news article. Let's just do this. So in the news article, it showed Tom Hanks diagnosed with coronavirus. Why would these two, So this is why me and my colleague decided to say, hey, maybe it had a lot to do with the Last Supper. So the documentary that I was watching yesterday, it had the bread on the table and the hands of the disciples all make music notes, and they played this frequency. Keep in mind too how Mary Magdalene and Jesus have opposition colors on their robes. That was another thing I spotted too. Everyone is kind of color coordinated, but in opposition on each side. There's also something in the background. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but um, you can't see it. But anyways, it was just like light ships, I believe, in the background. So this is a picture of the flash I took of my ceiling fan. Because I knew that the orb that was in front of me, if I took a picture of it in front of me, it would have not shown. So at first when I took the picture, it was forward, and I was like, oh, I didn't get it. So then I took a picture higher, and I got the reflection of the Holy Grail, or the chalice, whatever you want to call it. Let's move this up. So this is like from my I had to record from my tablet to show you guys this. But if you look at it, it does look like see my hand, like as if I am holding it, And you can see how round it is at the top. So if I scroll, it's fascinating how the color, there we go. It's very distinct, especially at the bottom down here. You see how. So if I go scroll back up to the Last Supper. Focus, camera, focus, focus, focus. Where's that cup at? It's not in this painting. Gosh darn it. Let's see if I could pull it up really quick. Okay. So this is the one by Da Vinci, I believe. Right? It's not in that one either. That is weird. Let's put. You guys see what I'm saying, right? It's kind of fascinating how. Okay. I hope this is the right one. Sorry, you guys. But all the right details of what I said, I've already stated them. But I'm just baffled how there's no Holy Grail in either of these paintings. Okay, here we go. So if you look at the circumference of the top of the cup and the defining images at the bottom, This one has what I was trying to show you guys. Oh goodness. Wait, go back, go back, go back. Oh man. I just lost it. Oh, here it is. Get your life. I was laughing because you have Thomas Didymus Judas, the twin, and Judas, and John with his finger, John the Baptist, and then you have Mary and Paul. Anyway, I digress. But this one has like that background I was talking about. And you see how like the halo is really a marker of the sun. It's really about those who have transcended from somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you died so you have a halo on your head. It's more, there's more significance than that. Anyways, moving on, going back to the grail that I had, that's where I really was like, oh, okay, that's definitely like the Holy Grail. You just have to squint and you'll see it. And that was on, it looks like fire around it too. That was like literally illuminating on my wall in front of me when I opened my eyes this morning. And I was like, get the camera. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Here's my face. And I'm here at the beach, just waiting for my class to start, and then tell everybody that they have to wipe down and sanitize themselves. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.